afternoon, everybody. Today, today is what's the day, y'all? The second. It's
Second.
Friday. Yes.
October.
Nah, man, it's Halloween.
Oh my goodness. You know what I've been wanting to talk about, but I think we've been kind of not getting to new games coming out this year.
Oh,
Anybody want to start out with what they think is going to be the best game coming out this year?
Well, I mean, everybody probably knows it's going to be that new Cyberpunk 2077 game.
keep seeing
Got old Keanu Reeves in there narrating your life, you know?
That's going to be good.
At least that's one I'm excited about, you know?
Yeah.
They said you can spend like 8 hours on customization on your character alone, so.
That's really going to be good. That's going to be intense. What about Cyberpunk?
Right. So if you haven't like looked at it yet, right? It's a world set in the future. It's like filled with robots or cybernetic kind of enhanced people.
Yeah.
So what you're getting is like a real futuristic RPG where you're in this place. It's kind of like futuristic steampunk like, and there's gangs and stuff. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like if you mixed that Mafia game with like that Detroit Become Humans game.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and they were talking about the campaign being super long, so they had to like try and shorten it for like casual people or whatever. I don't know, but if I can find some time and spend a lot of my time in the game, I will. But I gotta find a way to get my kids on board. Maybe have them jump in and play too. I don't know.
Need that distraction.
Yeah, if you could do like a multiplayer and then get your kids to make some characters and you play together, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be cool.
But the way games are now, I'd probably have to own like 5 or 6 Xboxes or something like that, and I don't want to do that though. So there's no more that sit next to each other, play with the 4 screens.
Yeah.
And then had a cardboard box down there cutting off the little view so people ain't cheating, you know.
Yeah.
Using that short guy in 007 where his little hitbox is different than everybody else's.
Yeah. He don't want you to see what he pushing either.
Nah, he cheating.
Right. So yeah, that's the one I'm excited about. I don't know, you're talking about at least like 40 hours of main story play, and then there's some side quests and stuff. And the customization is supposed to be pretty in depth. I've just been watching a little bit about it, but that's coming out in November. I already took that day off, so you know I'm gonna get it in.
There you go.
That's gonna be a good day. Kenny,
I've been actually playing a lot of Madden this year. Getting my team up and running. Made it all the way to level 80 the other day. Took forever. Took like 2 months just to get back to where I wanted to be. But it's cool, man. I love it. If I get a chance to just sit down and just cruise on it for at least an hour, I'll be in there. But it's different, man. It's more defense now than it is setting up the line and doing the plays. It's more on a defensive aspect. Your linebacker and your defensive line are like the major attributes to the game. I love it. I mean, if you ain't got a decent defense set up, it's you're gonna get wrecked. Yeah, it's that AI is just it's intense. Yeah, no more cheating.
What about no more cheating?
Yeah.
So what about the realization of the graphics? Is it more the hits? Are they realistic? Because that's one thing that
Yeah.
I was not liking in the last game. Was like you hit him and he goes all over the place.
No, these are more. And now that the controllers, I mean, the more intense the hit, I feel, and maybe it's just me, the more the controller actually, you can feel the controller move in your hands. Like trying to
And
cross the goal line and jump, that's a no. You get hit at least 2 times before you actually get in. But you feel it. You feel
okay, okay. I can't wait
Well,
to
isn't
try
there
that
like
out. Sounds
some
like
isn't there like controversy around this one? Like where the
Yeah.
fans like graded it real low, like 0.4 or zero
Yeah.
point 0.2 on like PlayStation. But I think it stems from like they're saying that the game hasn't changed in like 10 years, which I don't know. It's pretty much been the same game for most of my adult life. So
Yeah. Some things haven't changed, but it's more graphic driven and more. I think it's more. It's a thinker's game. It's a chess game now, to where you really have to build your team up to get where you want to. And it's running is more stable now, and the wide receivers are more accurate as far as like catching. There's a lot of
mm-hmm.
interesting catches, like the one-handed catch. I've noticed there's a lot of that going on. I mean, yeah, you have different opinions on that game. You really do, because some people expect it to be the same. Of course, it's going to be the same if you're looking for the same thing. But if you're really trying to structure your team and build it up, yeah, you get a different outlook.
So it seems like to me that if you played this game and you played it through the years, like Craig was saying, it looks like nothing has changed. But if
Right.
you played this game, you could see certain aspects of the game that has changed, but you got to play it. And it's
Yeah.
one of them games you really got to be into, like NBA basketball games.
Right.
Sometimes people say, "Well, it's the same thing." It's the monotony of okay, let me just shoot or let me just make a touchdown. But
Yeah.
you really look at the aspects of the dribble aspects of how they play NBA.
Yeah.
It's totally different. And some people who don't play NBA or don't play NFL or don't
Right.
play modern day warfare, they wouldn't understand. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Everybody
They
has
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
their own different outlook of the game.
And they gonna lowball the game too because hey, some of them want the game cheap. You got people out here doing that too.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm waiting for, and
What?
not to jump game to game.
Are you good?
I'm waiting for Call of Duty Cold War comes out on the 13th of next month,
Ooh.
and they say this game it's got everything in it. And I'm looking at it now. It just describing the game is it's incredible. You're gonna be able to kind of build your own team too. Have people on your team with different weapons and who gets what weapon. So it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
But
Uh-oh. You fuzzy again, Craig.
you fuzzying, man. You fuzzying. You fuzzying.
all right,
Yeah.
Got it.
but yeah, I haven't played a Call of Duty game since the original Modern Warfare, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while. I mean, I played like some of the newer stuff when I was in Afghanistan with a buddy, but it
Yeah.
was mostly like offline gun game stuff. I didn't play any of the actual campaign stuff.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. Once they started that bouncing off the wall stuff, I was like, no, I'm good, man.
You
Yeah.
see, I don't like that. I do not. I don't like that. I
Yeah.
like missions. I don't like bouncing off the wall and jumping and all that. I don't that part. That's why I stopped buying it because
Really?
it wasn't realistic to me. It wasn't like, okay, let's figure out how to overtake this whole campsite. I hated it, man. You
Yeah.
know.
Right. But I think what they want is your money, Curtis. They
Yeah,
want all of
I
your
kind of
money,
figured
right?
that.
All of
Yeah.
There ain't no money in one shot campaigns. You got to get those
it.
microtransactions.
And
Yeah.
why they don't make them long? I want the campaigns to be long. Like, come on, man. Like, make the campaigns longer, make them interesting. Give the person a chance to go through this door or take this truck. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they doing that in GTA 5, come on, guys. Really?
Yeah. It's saying.
Well, they say that people's attention spans have changed. So like that 8-second hook you got to get onto. So maybe like long campaigns aren't what people want
Yeah.
necessarily. They'd rather have that like 12-year-old that's getting excited over picking stuff from a random jackpot. So it's kind of like gambling, but I don't know if I would call it gambling,
Yeah.
You mean,
even though you don't get real stuff like gambling, so it's fake gambling.
yeah.
Somehow it's even worse.
Kind of like jumping from building to building and then jumping on the ground and shooting somebody and jumping inside a wall. And man, I'm like, come on, man, what in the world is this? They lost me,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Who wants to play that, man?
Yeah. Some people like that. Like the Modern Warfare. I like that one. Some of the characters in there were pretty cool. Some of the attributes that they had that I liked, like the rolling mines and stuff like that. Um, that was really cool. But it's got to be like life, like the realization, like is there something
Yes.
out there that's like that we can go on YouTube and say, hey, I saw that in Call of Duty. Not this whole
Yeah.
spider web shoot out your hand and get pulled to the top of the building.
Yes.
That'll pull your
It's
arm off.
ridiculous. I'm like, this. All three of us know that the scariest movie is the one that's so close to reality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about a clown in a clown suit, but I am worried about that man sitting outside in the car in the rain smoking a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? That's who I'm worried about. I'm not worried about this. If I see a clown with a balloon, I'm gonna be like pop and pow. But that man sitting in the car smoking that cigarette, watching me, yeah, that's kind of scary, dog.
Yeah,
It's
he
kind
like
of
the little
scary.
mystery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
it
is that
is. You
movie?
shooting
The
out the spider web. Yeah,
killer clowns from Mars or whatever.
Oh yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
right.
yeah.
woo.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
That movie's ingrained in my brain. I
Yeah, I
can't be
know.
around no clowns. I'm
No.
gonna get the first strike. I ain't never
How
ordered a
about this?
pizza from no clown establishment. Nothing like that.
No, no. How about this nightmare? How about I was sitting at home one day and I guess they had a whole episode of Sharknado, and every time I woke up, it was sharks flying through the air. And I'm like, hey man, whoever's making these movies are crazy, bruh, because that's not realistic. There's
No,
no way that I pay to see a movie like
but
that.
you know what?
No way.
People
What
like
was you
that.
watching? Sharknado 23.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm talking about I wake up and I'm like, I know this movie went off, right? It's another Sharknado, man. Like, come on, man. Really?
And they keep
Now the sharks are in the street.
they keep
Got
looking.
on
Somehow the sharks
bandanas and
know,
tank tops, huh?
yeah. The sharks know how to flood the city. Come on, really? Really? So yeah, that's kind of yeah. I know we going from game to movies, but you know how we do here.
Yeah. If you
Okay,
could
top five movies. I'm sorry, Kenny. Go ahead.
if you could recreate any movie to be really cool, what would it be?
Wow. Wow.
Like, was it a bad movie?
No. No.
But
Well,
you
let's
just take credit for the work?
uh no. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
So I'm gonna do Star Wars original trilogy, and it's gonna have Craig Tone as
I got
director,
one better for you then. I
and
got one
I
better.
wouldn't change a thing.
if you could
Yeah.
if you could say there's a movie out there that didn't have like a good sequel to it, which one would you try to make an excellent? Say your favorite movie didn't have an excellent sequel to it, and you had the opportunity to recreate it. Which movie would that be?
Okay,
Mm.
so I'm gonna go one of the more recent ones, right? I'm gonna go with the Star Wars, the new trilogy,
Oh, okay.
right? I was so enthralled by the stormtrooper
Yeah.
going through kind of like PTSD and being snapped out of his what is it, snapped out of his indoctrination,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter what color his skin is. I could care less, but I
Yeah.
was real interested in the whole stormtrooper thing,
Yeah.
right? So the first movie kind of made me think, oh my gosh, this is awesome. He left that like dark side and he picked
Yeah.
up a lightsaber and he can fight with the lightsaber, fighting old dude with the big old machine gun. He's like whipping around.
Yeah.
That scene was great though. and
Yeah.
uh and I thought it was going to go somewhere, right? I thought he was going to end up going in training with Luke, but that didn't happen. Of course, you know they killed Han Solo, which I wouldn't have did until at least the second movie,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
and then
Right.
in the second movie they kind of reduced his role to side character. Like he
Mm.
was the first person you see. How's the first person you see in the original movie like a side character?
Right.
Now he's playing like now he's not doing so good, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
right. So to change that, I'd probably keep him in a main role, right? I make sure that he goes and he trains with Luke, and then you dive a little bit deeper into like kind of where he came from, and then at the same time, I wouldn't get rid of any of the other characters in the wouldn't get rid of any other characters in the next movie,
Okay.
right? Like that Rose Tico character, where she basically takes Finn and they go off on this side journey that is random.
Yeah.
You know what? You can keep that whole journey in there, but instead of Finn, I'd put Poe in there, and then I'd make Poe kind of start his new cycle into like the replacing Han Solo, or like coming as close as you can in that journey, where he goes into the casino and like starts building up that reputation,
I
right?
like that.
And then Rose Tico could have been his Chewie,
I
you
like
know,
that.
and the whole romance thing where it's like Stockholm syndrome, where dude's got her trapped, and then all she can do is deal with it, and somehow they're supposed to fall in love and share a kiss. That's weird. That's a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
If anything, she probably should have fell in love with Finn, who's chasing her the entire second movie.
Exactly.
Like, why? Why would you do that? That's crazy. But yeah, that's basically what I would change. There wouldn't be no Palpatine. If anything, they would have killed Snoke in the second movie, like they did, right? And then Kylo Ren would have been the final boss in the last movie, and probably should have ended up having some kind of redemption arc, kind of like Darth Vader, but maybe not to that degree because there's nothing after him, right? He's like the last one. And then just to find out that in the last movie they made her Palpatine, kind of a smack in the face.
Yeah. They switched the whole thing around on everybody. Where's
You
Star
can choose
Killer?
who you want to be.
Exactly.
Well, in the United States, you have to file paperwork for that.
Your last name is Palpatine?
Right. Taken. Get to the back of the line. Right. So that would be my movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just get up in the middle of a taping.
Sorry.
Hey, he's got important business. It's your turn, Curtis. You know.
Yeah, go ahead, Fert.
What movie you taking credit for?
Cable Guy. And
Cable Guy.
this is gonna be hard. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to hear, and y'all not gonna like this, but I'm gonna
I
go ahead
thought
and
it was
say
going to
it.
be Demolition Man.
No,
No.
that would be next. But Cable Guy would not be a comedy. Cable Guy would be a horror movie.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes,
No, you didn't.
yes. I'm sorry.
It can't be a comedy
Cable
horror.
Guy should have been a horror movie.
Yeah.
It should have been about a guy who installed people cable, but learned different things about these people each house he went to.
Ooh.
And it was hard to track this guy down because this guy would put cable in your house and wait 6 years later or 7 years later and come back and kill you. And they could not figure out who was doing it. But everybody who don't have cable vision, who
Exactly.
don't have cable in their house. Do you know how hard it'd be to solve that murder? Yeah. And then the weirdness of Jim Carrey, Cable Guy,
Yeah.
bruh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the movie would have ended like if they did find out it was him, it would be hard to kill him, right?
Right.
Because he would know different ways to maneuver around these people's houses, these people's neighborhood. And then when they thought, you know how sometimes they think they got the bad guy, and then they show the person the body, and then it's not him, and then all of a sudden you'll see him driving away in an old station wagon, and he'll yell out the window, "Cable Guy!" Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It would be funny.
What?
That's the only
Oh, God.
telling you. I would think because at the end it seemed like he could have that crazy killer. He could have been that crazy killer. So yeah, kid, where you go?
I'm right here. You can't see me?
What? Um, no. Well,
Can you see me, Craig?
Yeah, I see. You good.
Can you see me now? You froze, Fert. Yeah, he froze.
I'm froze. No,
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah,
froze.
his audio was cutting out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we go.
All right.
But yeah, Cable Guy.
Hey, tell the hospital to pay the bills. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on that. I swear. But I got some.
Ooh-wee. That's a year's supply, boy.
Yeah, they trying to make me think it's a house in here, but I ain't finna do it. I ain't gonna fall for it. No, sir. No, sir, I won't.
Yeah.
What's yours, Kenny?
Has anybody ever saw the movie The Howling?
Yeah.
Do you remember the ending of The Howling?
Um,
No.
you talking about when they was on the news episode?
No, that's not the very end, and not where she changed.
Oh, when she was in the hospital, she was pregnant.
No, see, that's where everybody gets confused. The last part of the original Howling is that they pan to the inside of a bar, and they go all the way to into the bar. You see this lady with long black hair, and it's I guess I think her name was Sheba, and it's the only werewolf that escaped from the fire. And she said the guy asked her, "How would you like your burger?" And she says, "Rare." And
Rare.
the rolling credits, the guy's flipping the burger at the end of the whole movie. He's just making her a burger. That's the end of the Howling movie, the original Howling, because literally messed up on any sequel after that of the Howling. They even had one with Christopher Lee in it. The only reason I watched it is because it had Christopher Lee in it, but they turned it into an adult version of the Howling, which it shouldn't have ever went that way. I guess they were trying to get more people to watch it, but I'd really go out and try to fix that hole and to bring it back. There was one with Mario Van Peebles in it, and I know everybody thinks he's not that good of an actor, but I liked him in some of the movies he's done. It was called Full Eclipse, where he played like this detective, and this squad of this super cop squad was going out and getting all these drug dealers, just busting them left and right. They were getting all these mad cases and just bringing in the money, the guns, and just going in and getting these drug dealers off the street and doing all of this cool stuff, right? So come to find out, the head of that squad in the police department, he was like this werewolf, and nobody knew it, and he was injecting them with this serum. Every time they went out on a raid, he would inject them, and they'd go like, and this is where the messed up part is. They turn like half werewolf. Their faces would mess up. Their eyes would change, and they'd have like these long fingernails. They just run and scratch people and stuff like that. That's where they messed up. You got to check it out. But
Okay.
if you could mesh those two, like the ending of that movie where she's sitting there and you have Van Peebles still, because he was recruited by that team and he had no clue what was going on until his partner got killed, supposedly killed, shot up, and then all of a sudden he came back. He saw him get shot and he came back to life. So his partner suffers from like this traumatic thing. He comes back to life and joins the raid crew, and all of a sudden he just decides to kills himself inside the office where Mario Van Peebles is, and Mario decides to join this group after the guy kills himself. But I would mesh both of those movies together just to bring the Howling back, or have something on that super cop Howling, just to stretch that whole thing out to fix what whoever that created Howling messed up. Because I like horror movies.
Hey man, who don't? It's kind of like
I like them too when I'm not watching.
ah.
Yeah.
Anybody want to talk about anything? The
Well,
weather.
I can kind of jump back into video games if you want, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So what I really want to talk about is like this week I've just been sitting back. You know how your brain just starts thinking about stuff that you don't even know or remember that you should know. you know, so I was sitting at work. I was doing some work on a 3D printer, and all my mind could think about was Mortal Kombat, like the original Mortal Kombat, right? And then I started thinking, why am I thinking about this right now?
Mhm.
And then I like realized that it's like such a cherished moment in my life, right? And my brain's just trying to let me know that. So every day this week, right? I've been thinking about it more and more and more. And it got me thinking, like maybe one day I would like to talk about like your top favorite games of all time, right? And then talk about some of the ways that they changed your life. Because I know I keep falling in and out of love with video games, right? It's not like a linear thing for me.
Right.
It's I fall in love with each individual game. I don't love every game. Right?
Yes.
So like when I think about Mortal Kombat, it inspired me, right? Because the story behind Mortal Kombat is like it's one of the earliest games that I can remember playing, right? And I played the game with my father. And it's not like oh yeah, he let you win thing.
Yeah.
It's like every day we play Mortal Kombat, he just tear me up, beat me up. You know how many times I got grabbed by Scorpion or frozen by Sub Zero? I can't do nothing. I'm just standing there, just, just a little kid, just getting beat up every single time. But I kept wanting to come back and play the game, right? And eventually, I learned how to counter him, right? So I do the duck down move where you just sit crouched down the whole match and wait for him to get close, and then do the uppercut. It made him want to stop playing with me because that's all I would do whenever we played, right? Because I knew I could beat him. He'd have to walk over there to get to me, and then I could just do an uppercut. Right, but that's not the only one. His friend used to come over, and he actually knew how to do the fatalities and stuff. So whenever he beat me, he'd do a new or different fatality, and I'd be like, "What are you doing? How do you do that? Can't keep beating me like that. These two adults beating me down." But I don't know, man. I loved it. I loved the game so much.
Yeah.
I loved the game so much. I wanted to keep coming back and playing it, getting better. I think that's one of the things that inspires me. Games that actually like challenge me and things that leave a memorable mark on me. Like if you get frustrated. Like the first time I played Donkey Kong 64, I got stuck like not even at the second level, right? Like there's this level where Donkey Kong is going through these different islands and he has to unlock Diddy Kong from like this little gate. Like the game doesn't give you any like major hints towards it that I could understand as a kid anyway.
Right.
Right. So that's where I quit. It was like maybe 30 minutes into the game. Like fast forward 10 years and I play the game again, right? And I realized I started to notice those things I didn't notice before, like explore, and I finally got them out there. And I was so happy I finished that. Like I cried, man. It was amazing.
That's cool.
Like, yeah,
That's a good
games that challenge you.
Yeah.
Lasting memories. I loved it so much. You got those challenging games, and then there's the social games that I like.
Yeah.
You know, each one has its own experience.
Yeah.
So, just different ways to fall in love with games. So, how about you guys? What's yours?
Mine, my favorite is I had so many because we when it first came out, I'm gonna say when Atari first came out, Dig Dug, I love Dig Dug. I mean, just it was the whole puzzle, and you always had something chasing you. You always had to try to kill. You had to maneuver something just to kill this thing that was chasing you all over the place. And it was just strategic the way they set them up. Either they were so close you could turn around and pump them up with air, and they pop, or you have to dig all the way around one and set it up to where the pop would fall on him. And I just loved it, man. It was just, I got you now. And that always brings it. That always brings it back to me. That was my favorite one to run to.
I like to stop before the rock and wait for it and then dig real fast.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Right.
my dad cleaned buildings. So on Saturday, I think it was Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings, we go out to this place on Independence called Goonie Golf. And it was an outside miniature golf range. And on the inside, they had like video games all the way around. I mean, you could play anything from Pac-Man, Galaxian, Tron. There was everything in it. But we got done with cleaning, and the manager would always give us quarters. He'd open up one of the machines and just hand us a bunch of daggone quarters, man. And we sit there and play until mom and dad was ready to go. And that's all we did. And it was just cool. It was just cool, man.
That's good. You'd be hard pressed to find one of those these days, man.
Oh, I saw two. I saw two yesterday. One in the dude's garage of Miss Pac-Man, and it was an earlier. What was the name of that game where the guy had the sword and he was it Dragonheart, to where you had to swing the sword. It was all cartoony, and I can't remember the name of that game. So help me God. But I always died on that game, and it was Dragon Heart or Dragon Sword or something like that. But it was sort of like Disney based. But I mean, the characters look like cartoons, but you had to interact with the game, and if you messed up on the game, you die every time. So that game was cool, but it was just too hard for me. But I was little back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounds like that one game, Mappy, with that little mouse. You run around the house.
Oh, that was another one. That's another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to get away from that cat.
Yeah. Yep. Fergie? Curtis?
Well, I mean, I didn't get into the video game scene until later on. Like Kenny said, my parents cleaned buildings, and we started cleaning buildings. Of course, people knew this place on Independence called Goonie Golf, and we cleaned it. And yeah, he used to give us a bunch of either quarters or tokens, man. I never forget. And we just play all the games all day long till my mom and them got done. But it was one game. Me and my dad always worked on cars, right? I always worked on cars, right? Doing stuff. And it was one dragster game. I can't figure out what the name of this game is, but it's a dragster game. But you can actually go in and build a motor and then race the car. And it was so challenging to get the compression right on the motor, the timing right on the motor, and how far, if you was going a quarter mile or eighth of a mile, you had to consider all of that. Everything was like a part of that race car, and you had to factor in all of that. So that was kind of like a challenging thing for me. As you know what I'm saying, I started getting older, started working on cars. Man, I've been working on cars, man, since I can't remember. I'd be out there handing my dad tools, and he'd be like, come and do this and that. But then that game kind of reinforced everything that I was learning, and that about cars and stuff like that. I really did love that game. I forgot the name of it. But you know what? Tonight I will be looking for that game again, and they probably got better versions of that game now, that where you can really build a motor and kind of the compression and you know what I'm saying, and just kind of build your race car. But I want to try to do that. I want to find a game like that. That's kind of pivotal point in my life. Like, hey, this is fun. I love working on cars. So
Yeah.
I need that
What
free
level of
experience.
what level of Pac-Man was that?
Oh.
That's messed up. That's messed up, man. But yeah, man, oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's next, y'all? What y'all?
Right. But I bet you it doesn't have to stop at like video games, right? Like I constantly thinking about board games because I got little kids now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, when you gonna be old enough not to eat the pieces? Because I'm gonna destroy you, and I'm gonna destroy you in some Monopoly. I'm a tyrant.
Oh my goodness, man!
Man,
Now you talk.
Yeah.
Now you talk.
right there.
We used to, man, my family, like you see in the movie, sit around a table. Man, my family used to actually sit around a table, and we be like, man, how am I pay for this hotel, boy? I'm about to run out of money. And my daddy might be in jail. And my sister trying to go down boardwalk. She trying to get all the railroads, and I got two on. Man, it was something else, man. It's just like and you better not lose a piece of that Monopoly board. My mama would flip.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We need them pieces back in the box.
Back in the box right now.
Right. Right.
Back in the box, right?
You know,
You
they got
done
a
playing?
Charlotte version of that game now.
Huh?
They got a Charlotte version of that game.
Oh man, I gotta get that. That's oh man, I gotta get that.
Yeah, man. There's like so many versions of that game. Like my wife just picked up the one version where you can cheat, but if you get caught cheating, you out. Right?
What?
Really?
Huh.
It's like a cheaters version. We haven't played it yet 'cause we're still waiting for the kids to grow up. Because adults will trick you. I can replay my Mortal Kombat days on my kids
Yeah.
through Monopoly. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that. We have quite a few versions. We got that version. We got the version with like the actual credit cards in there, so you don't have to actually deal with money. You just put it into the card thing, the bank.
What?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they upgraded.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about did y'all ever play? I know we had did we have a doctor game? I think we did have a doctor game.
Yeah, the dude with the red nose.
Yeah.
Operation.
We had an
Operation.
operation. Yeah.
That thing.
Get that old steak out of his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have swallowed.
Always the funny bone.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Every time.
did
Every
you
time.
realize how dangerous that game really was though? You could get shot.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, man, the good old days, bro.
Yeah, man.
Kind of there was that. And then when I was growing up, it was the pogs, right? The ones you set down on a table and you take the little medallion and you flip the pogs over.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Pogs. Another fad. That thing was cool.
Yeah. It's becoming popular again.
It really? You know, they should bring
Well,
back Skullet.
Yeah. Man,
today's
who
kids don't know.
man?
They're just recycling toys.
Exactly.
Man, Skullet, boy, what? Man, that was one of those. Kids don't play kickball no more, man.
Yeah.
They don't play kickball no more, man. When the last time y'all seen a granddaddy spider?
Mm. That's a good question.
That's, I mean, if you think about it, the ecosystem is changing on Earth, man. They talk about how plants are dying and how different fish are getting and animals are getting extinct. You think about what we seen when we was little. You remember we used to always see grasshoppers, green grasshoppers.
Man.
You
Yep.
don't see that stuff no more, man.
No, they got them locusts now.
Yeah,
Them
locusts.
cats in grasshopper form.
Yep.
I mean, the world changing, bro. The world is changing, man.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know whether it's changing for the worse or the worse.
I don't know, man.
I mean, there's not too much more you can do. I mean, everybody ain't gonna cooperate to actually like change it. So
Yeah.
you have to wait for somebody to force it on you.
That is true.
You plant some trees every now and again, but just like looking around here, like they took down so much like forests and stuff to build these quick turnaround apartment buildings and everything.
Yep.
So it's just, I don't know. I don't know what you do.
Wow. If they just
Yeah,
realized
it's kind of.
trees are filtering out the air, man, I think we'll be in better shape.
Yeah.
You only need one evergreen, and then I just build a bubble around me, and then everybody else suffocate. You know.
That's what I mean. If you really look at it, man, they can't keep cutting down all these trees to build houses.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can. They just probably gonna run out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Then they can't build no houses.
Yeah.
No houses.
But like, when you think about it, it's not even that bad here. It's really bad down in Brazil, where they got those illegal loggers and stuff like that. People happen to actually go out there with like police force and stop people from cutting down trees. I
Really?
don't know. Yeah.
Dang.
It's crazy.
So
That's insane.
it could be worse. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it could be worse. What you gonna do? Bad boys. What you gonna do? Cutting down trees and shoveling shoes. Bad boys. Yeah,
All right. So
man.
like, what's the? We talked about video games, movies, and went back to video games. What's the worst movie you ever seen?
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time.
Oh boy.
Hey, don't say Sharknado. Sharknado's a classic.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say
That's why it's
Sharknado.
got like 23 movies.
Mm, mm, It's crazy. Let me see. Worst movie I ever seen.
It's got to be like a reputable movie too, like ones that people know about.
Oh, okay.
You can't just be
Okay.
digging in your little indie hat
Okay.
with 4 kids and a popsicle.
Oh shoot.
Le tout fromage.
Man, I want to say this, but I know this is probably gonna make some people mad. But I think when they got past the fourth Halloween movie,
Mm.
it's
It should
time to
stop.
stop. Time to stop, man. Y'all need to quit this. You know what I'm saying? Jason just standing up out of a bucket of flour. You
Halloween.
know, come on. Is he haunted? Is he a spirit? What is he? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man.
I think Rob
And
Zombie
then what?
did a better job doing that whole sequel thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's mine. Probably the fourth. After the fourth Halloween movie, that's kind of, you know, that's my stopping point.
So you just got tired of it.
Yeah.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he's in his
Come on,
body.
after burned him, set him on fire, shot him in the head, chopped his head off. You know what I'm saying? And where he keep getting these masks, man? Where's this dude? I seen this dude driving a
Spirit
station
Halloween,
wagon, man.
man.
Come on. Listen. One of the movies, she was in the house upstairs in the window, and you seen the dude drive past in a station wagon.
Hey, wait a minute, is it the house? Okay, this house.
Where did he get driver's license? Ain't nobody pulled this dude over wearing a mask driving a car. Stop it. Just stop it.
The
Come on,
cops know
man.
better. He was like, he's driving a car with a
Yeah,
mask on. Nah, I'm not messing with that.
I'm not messing with him.
No.
I'm gonna pull these black people over though. Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I'm reeling it back, guys. I'm reeling it back.
Oh my gosh. You know, I don't know, like some of the worst movies I've seen have been like those M. Night Shyamalan movies, right? Not all of them, like Unbreakable and stuff with Bruce Willis is pretty good.
Yeah.
But like the movies, like my mom was talking about this the other day. It was like that movie The Village, right?
Yeah.
Where they have all those people like living out in the wilderness or whatever. And then they send this little blind girl out to get them some help. My mom was talking about like, why would you send out this blind girl to go find you guys some help? And I was like, Mom, they didn't send that blind girl out there to get help. They sent that blind girl out there to die. They knew very well wasn't nobody coming to stop them. I mean, they was doing it themselves, right?
We need some bait.
Till old boy got that costume and started chasing people down. That's the problem. He's walking through the woods. Old boy fall into this hole that the blind girl didn't fall into. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then she happened to stumble out there into the road, find some help.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That was the twist. Always throwing those into his movies.
That's crazy.
That movie didn't make too much lick of sense, but I don't know. It's not one of the top 10 on my list.
Yeah.
Don't you hate when a movie just don't make any sense though? Like, where's the storyline of this movie? It's just like
Jesus man was just killing.
Yeah. Like, stop it. All of a
Sometimes you
sudden
don't
it's
need a plot.
Halloween.
You just need the end.
Yeah, just the
How
end.
you get there is irrelevant.
Just fast forward right to the end. That's it.
Yeah, let's fast forward right to Halloween. And all of a sudden, this dude driving in the station wagon. I seen that.
But
That
at least
kind
you know what
I
you're
was
gonna
like,
get,
nah, I
right? You
ain't
don't
watching
get
this,
people
man. I'm
getting
finna
stabbed.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm pretty sure like all scary movies ended up like that because they just keep remaking all of them. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen too many new scary movies come out. So
yeah,
it's all just remakes.
Good ones.
yeah. Kenny.
Movie I was really disappointed in was Birds of Prey. I thought they could have done a better job with Birds of Prey. The characters were okay. I thought it could have been more. I don't know. More, not comical. More with the edge. Led more with an edge. It was too dry. It had satire that was kind of funny, but then I don't know. It just wasn't. It wasn't that Batman versus Joker kind of, or the Squad movie. It wasn't that kind of movie. Don't get me wrong. It was a good movie, but it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
They just try to establish a new movie and introduce all these characters into a short time frame. I think that's where stuff gets lost.
Yeah.
They just try to do too much.
Yeah, just too much.
And then everybody need to realize that you are not writing a Die Hard movie. You cannot do it like Die Hard.
No.
Yippee-ki-yay. You can't do it like that. Now, Die Hard can have 18 different episodes and it still be good. People need to stop at number four. Number four, right? Let's let it go. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the movies that I thought they should have had more, or the storyline should have went on. You know what I'm saying? They don't make them. But the stupid stuff, Sharknado, episode 15 or movie 15.
You back on Sharknado?
The shark turns on the water. shark has a wallet. The shark's next door. Come on, man.
Look,
Stop it.
man,
Really.
you didn't know that when sharks get put into a centrifugal situation that they become extremely smart.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
it's
God.
the shark
Really?
hive, the shark hive mind.
Oh, oh my goodness.
The shark.
It's
The
like
only
these
mistake they
sharks
made was
turning.
not putting LL Cool J in there, bake him in the oven.
Yeah.
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 That's the only mistake.
I guess they kind of learned their lesson with putting Samuel L. Jackson in one of those movies. What are these sharks doing? Yeah. It's not kid friendly, buddy.
Yeah, Sam, we're gonna go ahead and write you out on the second scene.
Yeah. Go ahead and pay him. We can't have him back. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
That's what we.
Uh,
That's what
favorite,
we're missing.
yeah, favorite car. Favorite car of 2020 that you wish you could get.
Ooh,
Does
I'll
it
go
have to
ahead.
be a 2020 edition car?
Yes, it's got to be 2020. If you need to look it up, we give you some time.
I know. I know what mine is.
Give me a sweet old 12 speed. And pretty much whenever I look at a car from 2020, they all look the same. I don't know. Not no innovation.
Okay.
Kind of like the the Barracuda and the Challenger. They're the same car.
Same car.
I don't care what you think.
That's
What you
why.
think you're thinking. Yeah, it's the same car.
I'm glad you're gonna make a lot of people mad with that, right? Because people gonna
Hey,
be like,
it is what it is.
You'll start
If
looking
I
at.
had to choose,
He's
it would
right.
just be a 2020 edition Ford F450. Like,
Yep.
that's all I want.
oh,
A monster truck
okay,
in
hey,
disguise.
okay, hey, look here, listen, you got my total attention right now and respect, Kenny.
Uh, I am a Ford guy, but I've always. Well, I take that back. I switched up. I went from Chevy to Ford, and my dream car is the 2020 Ford Mustang.
Mm, okay, okay, it's nice. I
Mm.
like the
Don't
Mustang.
beat Eleanor.
I I know, right?
Oh Lord.
Um, I I like all the F-150s and the F-450s. I like all the big trucks because they like hidden gems. They like got all this power, with the Eco Boost and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, and I'm a Ford guy. We all Ford guys, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. The new Corvette looks just like a Ferrari, and I love it. Oh my goodness! If you ain't seen it, look it up right quick
Yes,
for
I have.
yourself.
Like a real
Ooh,
quick question though. Why not just get a Ferrari?
It's cheaper.
yeah,
It's not 300
you
grand.
might be right. Yeah, that car is almost 300 grand. If you get one with everything in it, it's almost
Shite.
300
Look,
grand.
if we're going for cars that high, you might as well just go get a Bugatti Veyron and put
Oh,
down the 300,000 day pass. You gotta pay to ride in it.
Yeah. Not
yeah.
only that, you got to fly out there and pick out your stuff. So that's probably another, what, 50 or 60 grand.
Wow.
What you going to have in it.
Does it still
I'm
take
having
gas or is it
people.
electric? Because if I gotta pay for gas, that car ain't worth $300,000.
No,
Now, they got them electric now. They got them electric now.
Yeah, my
Oh,
car
Lord.
better fill itself up for $300,000.
you ain't kidding.
Kid. I'm not paying that much for no car. I don't care how much money I got. I could be a billionaire. I'm not paying $300,000 for a car.
No.
Like I'll just
And
stick to
some
my 2020 Geo Metro. Like, sir, that doesn't exist. Well, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Need me a affordable, reliable car.
There you go.
2020 Geo Metro.
They promised us
I'm
flying
gonna
cars
tell them
anyway.
they're
Right?
gonna be like
That
Curtis.
time has already passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, They're gonna be like, you hit the lottery. What car do you want? I'm gonna be like, I want Craig's Prius. I need Craig's Prius.
There
They're
you
gonna be
go.
like, what is that? They're gonna be like, yeah, we know where it's at. They gonna come and get that Prius, homie. So you got to get it up, bro. Nah, I'm serious, man. You gonna have to get a
They ain't
car
gonna
up,
lock the
bro.
key. You ain't gonna get that car.
No,
He,
you can't have Bessie. She's good. We've been riding together for over a decade.
Good gracious. Now that's a car.
oh, what they can. That's a nice car. Good on gas, Kenny. God,
That's
Well, when
nice
you live
little
in
paper.
California, these are the things you buy.
yeah.
Unless you're like the people I used to work with. You show up there, like me and this guy that went in, we got to the unit at the same time, right? I went out, I got a nice little hybrid car, and this dude pulls up in this big ass truck. Like, at the time in California, right, gas is $5 a gallon.
Oh,
So this guy is going bankrupt trying to fill up his truck.
wow.
Like, I don't know. You gotta make the choices you need to make.
Yeah. That's a big
Yeah,
choice there.
you got to make
I
some
don't know.
conscious decisions, man. With
Good
gas
gracious.
that high.
$5 a gallon. Wow.
He didn't know how to negotiate his rates either, so his payments was like over $700 a month. I
Ah,
was like, "You ain't gonna
Oh,
survive, brother.
yeah, you
You
ain't
take that
gonna
truck
make it
back.
home.
Hopefully they'll give you
Yeah.
over there give you some money back or some credit."
something.
But that's actually a
Something,
pretty
bro.
common thing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
People going out buying cars, getting married on the same weekend.
What?
Be
Yeah,
broke
it's a
money.
story for another time, though.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
the the military will make you do some crazy stuff,
Yeah. Yes.
especially in the
Dang.
Marine Corps where drinking is mandatory. Yeah,
yes, it was.
so
My God, bro.
Wow.
That's a lot, bro. Really. Mm-hmm. Y'all see I'm growing that hair at the top.
Yeah, I saw that. What they feeding you in
look,
there,
I don't,
man?
I don't want you. I want you to be disappointed. So I'm gonna send you something. You know,
Hey, don't do that,
it's
Craig.
it should be good. Get you that James Brown feeling.
I feel good.
Really? That's messed up, man. That's really
Tell
messed
the
up.
nurse, get my cape. Get my cape.
Okay, so what y'all think?
So, so what's been going on in recent events, man? What have you been watching on TV? Let me see what TV show has got you hooked.
I just seen a show last night that had some puppets in it, but I did not get the name. I was hoping
Keeping
that
up with the
somebody might have
Kardashians.
seen this show. Huh?
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
No. It had
I
you
got you.
that's funny. That's pretty good though. That's funny. But it had Donald Trump in there, it had Biden in there, it had all the delegates in there, and they were talking about
Oh,
just current events and everything.
I gotta find that.
uh,
I
it's
want to
like
see.
Did
that debate
anybody
special
see
or
that?
whatever.
Yeah, did
No,
anybody see that?
no.
And they wasn't little puppets, they were big puppets. Like they would walk into the elevator and they was puppets.
Man, I gotta find that. Like that video from Genesis, Land of Confusion. Those kind of puppets
Yes. Yes, yeah.
with real, like, not real people faces. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
I gotta find that.
If I I seen that a little bit last night, man, and I was like trying to stay up. And I took the sleep pill too, so y'all, we gonna be shutting down in a minute. But anyway,
8, 10, 9, 8.
but yeah, so it was so funny last night, man. It was like, man, they had what's his name? The dude on the Congress, he got in the elevator, and every time somebody would get in, he tried to get off. He couldn't get off. He was a puppet though, and he every time he tried to get off, he couldn't get off. He had to stand by. He'd be looking, and he'd be waiting for the elevator. Somebody get in and say something to him. He tried to get off. He couldn't get off. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
I gotta find
And
that.
then they had Donald Trump. They had the debate. They had Donald Trump and Biden. Man, oh my God, they was arguing, and then Donald Trump would be like, I was like, oh my God, it was hilarious.
I gotta
It was
find it,
hilarious.
man. I'm gonna find that. Craig, what's yours? What shows got you
So
hooked?
recently there's been a new season of this Amazon series called The Boys
Oh,
that I've been watching. Right, it's like it's not a show for your kids. Do not
yeah,
watch with your kids. But
exactly.
it's like it's like basically talking about heroes and everyday humans, right? And it's comparing the relationship. But unlike stuff like the old Superman shows where it's like Superman is out there and he's actually aiding people and stuff like that, it's like a shady stuff going on behind the scenes. Like the first scene, like the first major thing that happens, right? This guy is walking with his girlfriend
Oh yeah,
who
this is
he
like
just recently tried to propose to, right? And like they're walking on this sidewalk and she steps off the curb just like a little bit, not even too far off the curb. And the speedster, or who would be like the Flash, I guess, in like a DC comparison,
yeah,
runs straight through her body,
yeah,
right? And this dude is
and they
holding on
slow
to
it
her
down.
hands,
They slow it down.
holding
This
on
is
to her
every.
hands. Like her body is gone. It's like disintegrated. And dude like runs back real quick, like wipes off his glasses. He's like, sorry. And then
Yeah,
runs off.
it runs off.
Oh my gosh. And
You
then
need to
the
check that out, Kurt.
yeah. And then the news, right? They portrayed it as she was out in the street while he was running. She was like one step off the curb, and this dude like ran right through her. It's man. But there's a lot of good stuff like that. But it really essentially begins a plot of him trying to get his revenge on this dude. But really you come to realize that the whole organization of heroes in this world is corrupt. It's
Yeah,
not as good as it is your opinion of it would be.
yeah. Because the world sees them as the saviors of humanity,
Yeah.
but there's stuff going
Yeah.
on behind the scenes.
Right. And then I guess the best like anti-hero hero is the guy they have in the main place, I guess would be like Superman, but he's called Homelander. And there's like a bunch of shady stuff that goes on. But
Yeah,
I don't know. He's a creep, but he's a good villain.
yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
But I don't know. That show's got my attention. I can't look away from it. I got to watch the new episode tonight. So
I'm on. I'm gonna second that. That's something you should check out, Kurt.
yeah,
Yeah,
you wanna
yeah.
you wanna
I've
give
been
yours, Kenny,
watching it.
before we leave out of here.
Yeah,
Let Curtis get some sleep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mine is American Gods.
Oh
American Gods.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That
that's another
that
good.
that one got me by the throat, and I can't let it go. I've watched it. Good gracious, I've watched at least 3 hours of that today, and I'm just on the second season now. It's just an excellent show. I love it. I love the
Sitting
character.
on that plane. Do you believe in me?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And some of the
I
characters
love
got
the
killed off,
characters.
but it's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the characters in that, and I love the minority character in there who played what's his name, Kenny?
He played
Yeah,
Nancy.
this
Nancy.
guy's
Yeah.
tremendous. It's like just the stuff and the acting is incredible, and
Yeah.
it makes you look at things totally in a different light.
Yeah. Yeah.
But have you read the book at all?
No.
Because I
No,
know the show takes like a couple liberties. So if you can pick up the book and read it, you might find some more interesting things in
I
there that you
am.
like. But yeah,
Now that you said that.
that show's got me hooked. Yeah, it's too bad they got rid of like I guess it's a new showrunner, so they got rid of some of the favorite characters or whatever for the next
Yeah.
season. They just won't be utilized as much. So
Wow.
I don't know.
No spoiler alerts.
Yeah,
I'm almost there.
yeah,
I'm almost
yeah,
there.
yeah. I won't go into specifics, but yeah.
mm, mm, mm. Well, fellas,
Yeah.
it's my call right here.
He's
Yeah,
on
you
TikTok.
look like it's your call.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
it's kind of
All right.
creepy.
let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get
All
out
All
of here.
right.
right, man. It was a good
Hey, everybody
show, man.
that joined the live stream, thank you for coming out. This guy over here, my co-host is Curtis McKoy. Down there is Kenny McKoy, his brother, and I'm Craig Tone, a brother from another mother. But if you like what we talk about this week, we'll be back next week talking about some. Give them a preview real quick, Curtis. What are we talking about?
Um, Next week we'll be talking about just the transition of the daily move and daily life of everybody. What you really like about your life, who you inspire to be like, and what you gonna offer the world for 2021. I know we're going into a different season, so we'll be trying to transition into being a better person, how to be a better person, how to
Right.
be a good person to everybody, no matter race, creed, color. Just be a better person. Love everybody, treat everybody right.
Right.
Yeah, basically the 10 ways to make a New Year's resolution and then leave it behind the next day.
There you go.
That's it.
I like that. I like that.
All right, guys. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Yep. All right. Thanks everybody for joining in.
No.
See you next week for
See
some
you
North
next-
CackChat.
NorthKaKChat.
All right, fellas.
All mine if you don't listen.